G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we are looking at Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origins Autobot Jazz. So I picked this guy up because honestly I have been excited with the fact that we've had two now G1 first episode designs. So I'm really looking forward to if they eventually do Wheeljack. I don't quite know why they put this under the Buzzworthy Bumblebee title. I'm literally looking at the box, and honestly, it should just be Legacy, but that's just me. We do have accessories, which we'll get to in a minute, and as you can see, he is in vehicle mode because that is how I display him. Get the words right in a second. So we'll go from this to robot mode and then back to vehicle mode. He does come in robot mode, so just be aware of that. If you got him and going, well, why is yours like that and mine's like this? That's why. But we can do a size comparison. Here he is with Windblade. He's a little shorter. She's obviously a little wider, and I think it's just a smidgen on the top difference. So there we go. Now we can use his gun and display it on the vehicle, and that just plugs into the top there, and you can have like that. He does have his grappling hook, so you can unplug that if you want. If you just want that, which looks a bit daft. I don't know what the deal with this is, because if I unplug that so you can actually see it better, let's put the grappling hook on the side. You have this, if I can focus it. Come on. Fancy phone, and can't focus on something so damn simple. Come on. Focus for me. Excuse the writing on my hand. It's writing crap at work. There we go. So as you can see, it has this port here, and I suppose you could, in theory, plug it on the side if you want. I think it will fit. It will fit. It just still looks daft. So that is what it is, although I think that's going to actually stretch that, but looks about the same. We do have this, which is the grappling hook, which we can get into more later, but you're supposed to, for vehicle mode, is not lose that, but detach this piece, and that goes under here, which I'll point out better because it's not very visible. There you go. You can just make it out. Right here, possibly. Should be. I'll point it out better when we get in robot mode. It goes in there according to the instructions, but I don't see the need for it. And honestly, I have him displayed on some see-through containers that I got with my X-Transbots Klaatu, which I've done the same thing with B to make it look like they're hovering a little bit. But let's get down to transformation. Now, this guy does have some issues with clearance, which is funny because for those of you who watched my Fans Toys Jazz video, you also knew that I had the issue with clearance. So let's do it the best we can. So first things first, you have a tab in here that's plugged in the hand and in here. So you sort of want to, because this is going to flip back, just sort of get that out. Well, we'll try going in here first. We'll push the hand in a bit and then flip that out. It won't go all the way because the shoulder joint is actually in here, but the elbow joint's here. So just untab a little bit and just lift that up a little bit. We can then try and come in here. I haven't quite fiddled with this enough, but sort of bring there we go. Front a little bit up first, and that should clear that. And same on the other side. And we're not going to flip anywhere yet because that's actually going to snap off if we go any further. All right, so I've brought that forward, and there is these hook tabs which go into here, which is just come free. All right, so we're going to split the legs apart, like so. And we get a little Combiner Warzy, but it's also a little bit annoying. We're going to, I'm just re-looking at this because it bit a little bit. We're going to, where are you? Yeah. this is going to flip in, so in this way, like so. That gives you access to the thigh. That comes out. Just give it a wiggle if it's tight, as far as it'll go. This is going to now flip into here. And I've just popped that off because I didn't have that out far enough. Get that back on there. Easy enough. So just enough, sort of flip it a little bit further out. It won't go much further. And flip that in. And then what you can do is, this is all going to come around and it's going to go into here. And close all that up. It'll go with a little bit click and you get one leg done. And then you can come under here. Get your finger in there or tool and flip the foot out, and that's the one leg finished. Just lift that up a little bit. All right, same on the other side. And basically the clearance issue is trying to get the actual leg where you want it. So fold all that out. Just open that a little bit further. It's like I said, it's not going to go very far, but just enough so you have clearance to get that flipped in, that clicks in, and then you can find somewhere to get your finger in or whatnot, and flip out that foot, and we have the legs all done. I think I've activated the ankle tilt. Okay, that was weird. I've never had that pop off before. Try that again. Peculiar. Why is that forcing it down? They go in there. They go in there. So I don't know why I'm having trouble with that ankle tilt. That was really peculiar. Anywho, so we're going to cut up here, and we basically want to get this back, and it can be a little stiff. So, where are you? Yeah, because all this isn't really in. So where are we? Because I'm pretty sure there's sort of a point under here. There we go. I think I got it. Maybe? Yep, I got it. Just sort of pull that back, give all that clearance. And where are you? Get that out from under there, if I remember correctly. Oh, it is tight as hell because there is a, you can't see with the feet, there is a pin here. That should, there we go, sort of fold up and out. Come on, there we go. So that's going to come and sort of sit over here, so that creates your backpack. This can come down, and where are you? Just sort of shimmy it down, just press it a little bit. It doesn't really tab in. You're then going to spread the arms, and we'll lift the arms up a little bit. And you're going to bring this down so that the chest piece lines up into here. This has a tendency to pop up, so just be aware of that, especially when you get into vehicle mode. So just bring that down, and there should be, yeah, I think it's just behind here, there's a couple of tabs. So then we can angle his arms the right way, and I think mine are around the wrong way, like so. And obviously, if you can't tell which way it goes, just look for the insides of the arms, and then spin his head around, and there is Jazz in his robot mode. And it is a good looking Jazz, even with the backpack. The original G1 designs were never meant to be for transformation. Well, let me rephrase it. The Cybertron modes were never part of the transformation. They were more, how would you put it, artistic license. That's why the Tetrajets are such a weird shape that when you try to make a proper Tetrajet, it doesn't really work. Yes, we got them in the Siege line, I want to say, and I know a couple of third parties have tried Tetrajets, but because of the extreme angles and stuff, they don't work. So the fact that we got B and we've got Jazz here is amazing. I'm really curious how they're going to do Wheeljack. And I would like to see Hasbro try the Tetrajets again, just without all the robot kibble underneath and all that. So there we go. So let's do a little articulation. We can turn our head full 360, looks up that far, looks down that far. It's on a ball joint, so I think it's a ball joint. Yeah, it's a very narrow ball joint, so you do get a little bit of side to side. Arms can do a full 360, even though he will hit the chest piece and the backpack. You do actually have a little butterfly joint, which is actually quite nice. Arm comes out this far. You have bicep rotation. Arms are a single pin, which gets you that far. There is no waist swivel due to that hinge there. We have no fingers or thumb. They're one solid piece. We do have waist swivel, but it will slightly rub against the backpack. There's no ab crunch. No side skirts either. So legs go up that far, go back that far, and you're hitting the backpack. You go out this far, and once again, you're hitting the backpack. Just this tab here. We do have thigh rotation. We have single jointed knee, which gets you that far, just a little under. You have ankle tilt, and you have downward toe, if that's what you want to do. And of course, we can arm him up. So we're going to take his blaster, and I'm just going to put it into his right hand. If I can plug it in, like so. But we can give him his grapple hook. And all we got to do there is rotate the hand back in. You have a port right here. And then you just plug that in whichever the right way is up. If I can get that in, try that again. You stay in there. I think I've actually got the grapple hook slightly the wrong way around. It's all about perspective. There we go. So now he can have his grapple hook and he can swing around and stuff like he did in the games. So there's no rope or anything. It's just one solid piece. You can detach that and still plug that on there. It's entirely up to you. So there we go. All right, final size comparison before we get back to transformation. Here he is with MP10, and obviously lift the camera a little bit up. Won't see all the prime. That's all right. So he comes up just under prime's thigh. So there we go. We'll try that. That works. All right, put prime aside. All right, let's get him back into transformation. We'll unplug that, and we'll unplug that because the whole thing just come apart. And we'll take his gun off. All right, so we're going to rotate the hand back. We want to rotate the head around. And we're going to lift the chest up first. So it's got those two pieces. Where are they? I think it's actually here. That clips into here. But if I lift this up, and I hopefully got a better shot now. There's that piece I was talking about where the instructions tell you to plug that in. But honestly, it really doesn't do anything apart from getting in the way of the transformation. So it's entirely up to you, and it's a little fiddly to get back out again. I haven't found, that sounded really Texan. I haven't found any honest use for that piece there. All right, then we want to rotate the forearms so that we have the backwards hinge here where this peg is. So that way when we fold the arm in, we have that little elbow there. We don't want the other side. Because if we use that, then we lose, where is it? Actually, no, we want, is it? Because there's a peg here. There should be a piece that plugs into the side of the, is it this one? I'm sure it was, oh, here it is. Yeah, that goes into the side of the door, not that piece, which I thought it did. Anyway, so rotate that so we get that out. So those are like that. So this is all up here, and then we want to work the backpack. So this is going to flip up and go over the top like so. And we can bring all this back. And there is, I'm going to say a locking point. I think it's these two pieces here that really lock in the back here. So that's what you're pretty much fighting when you're trying to get it back into robot mode. So we have all that. Now we have the clearance issue, which is the legs. I want to say there's actually a tab in somewhere, but I don't know. All right, so we'll start with one side and work our way. So we can flip the toe down, and we want to flip this in, which can be a little tight. Come out there, like so, and just push a little, just enough that you can get the door out. And then what we want to do is combine all this in as far as it'll go. Oh, there it is. I knew there was a tab somewhere. There's, yeah, probably can't show it, but there's like a little tab here, which will go into the back of the hands. It doesn't really go in there, but it's supposed to. Then we can close up the leg. Just, I think that's the same door. Honestly, ugh. Try that again. I'm pretty damn sure it's the same door that just popped off before. All right, try that again. All right, so get that under there, and then this hook tab is going to go under here. And then what's supposed to happen is, like I said, there's that peg on the side there. It's going to go in and just sort of wiggling into there, and that gets one side all done. All right. Now let's see if we can do the other side without it popping off. So close the foot, lift up the inside, and hold that just enough. You can get the door out, combine the leg in, and you need to close this up and then just sort of wiggle it underneath so everything lines up there, and then you can tab the back in there. This is going to come in, and as you can see, I've got this sort of seam here. So just line it up the best you can, give it a squeeze, and in here, line up those two joints. So there we go, and there he is back in vehicle mode. He does surprisingly sit flat, even though he should be a little bit more up this way, but it's the arms. Unless you take these arms off, you're not going to get a flat silhouette, but even then, if you look at it, he's got a bit of a wave to him anyway. So you're not going to get really anywhere with flat. So my suggestion is, if you've want to display it, either something to plug into here, or like I said, that joint in there won't even do anything because it's too damn deep. As you can see, most of the gun barrel disappears in it. So even that won't help, at least not as far as I know. But so there we go. And if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this jazz. And did I just... Oh, I thought for a minute there I broke the window. It's just a slight shimmy on the inside there. Oh, that's all right. I thought, Jesus Christ, I've broken it. Yeah, if you like this jazz, let me know. So this is now the second jazz I've got. I've got the Fans Toys ones, and I've got this one. So now I'm just eagerly waiting to see what they do with Wheeljack, and if we're going to get a light post sound wave, or if we are going to get some more better designed Tetrajets, which I'm all for. I never got the Siege Tetrajets. I wasn't interested. Even though I've got my Seeker collection done, I wouldn't mind some deluxe Voyager size Tetrajets if they decently look. But apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.